comes a new challenger.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Throws him down. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides. Knockdown. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Knockdown. Shoots off a fireball up close. Life lead opens up. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. KO. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Psycho Crusher hits. Throws them to negate the block. Goes for the rush. The low heavy's blocked. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. They're backed up into the corner. Going in, drive rush to keep it going. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. The last round. It's now or never. Put the exclamation point on that with an OD art. Will this super art do anything? What were they thinking? OD torpedo hit and detonate. There's a burnout. This is a complete shutdown. Hit him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. Perfectly executed. Player one was an absolute beast in that match. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The throw missed. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Player two in that dangerous burnout state. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. All right. Got their eye on the air. Can't tech the throw. Takes a trip. Will this super art connect? Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. All right, what's coming up next? Devil's reverse. Player one, there's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player one in there. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Back this combo hits and we got trouble coming. Player one can't brushes that off and keeps going. Dashes. Both fighters are working with and experiencing burnout. That's a counter. Snag them with the back fist. Looking for more damage now. Psycho power goes boom. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Oh boy. Both ones flatlines him. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a jump in. Final round. Who will the fighting game god prize him open with a Shoryuken? Forward rush. Player two needs to wait this out. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Looking for a good hook, hitting it all on the drive rush. Catches them out. Links it. Ooh, what a smart blow. Fights back with a board, turning it right up with a super. Unlimited Psycho Crusher hit. It may not be Tuesday, but your guests are gonna remember this. Oh, here we go. Oh, drive rush. Player two can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. Picks up. Dangerous range here. Hoseki to the face. Oh, they're gonna beat in the middle. No hesitation or regret. Hit them
with that NSFW! Perfect damage calculation, no doubt about it! Player 2 clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. This is a huge chance to make him feel it. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Just out of range for that throw. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Double knee press, KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Shoots off a fireball up close. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Drive rush to keep it going. Risky up close scrap still going. Dashes. Burnout activates. Knockdown and... It drops him hard. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Player 1 will look to him. Oh no, they're stunned. Player 1 with the rhythm, owning that space. Oh, what's this? Pass him on the dome. But there's the burnout. Closing moments of... Oh, putting the cherry on top. Yo, that 2009 callback. No way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. Player 1 gets the win.
Here comes a new challenger.
Give me that drama, give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time!
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Still slugging it out here. Knockdown. Combo with the target combo. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? What a finish. Great read on the life gauge there.
Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital.
Very slick with the combo.
Springs forward with the drive rush.
Dashes. It's a good spot to use the super. Both fighters planning untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
A new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. The combo's there. Backs them into the corner.
Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Takes a trip. Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Shoots off a fireball up close. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Doesn't miss a beat. Going lighting up the skies with Kagero no Mai. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Good job escaping that dangerous corner. Flawless run. They got him so quick. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Build the drive parry here, open things up for them. Throws him down. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. The drive rush to try and keep up the attack. All right. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Taking stock. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Overhead. Life lead opens up. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Going in. Experiencing burnout. Closing moments of the match. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Block. Who's going to start things off? Player 2 chases them down. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Both sides have the super gauge max and ready to rip. Alright, springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Looking to impress with this super. Taking the fight to a whole new level with Enfu Harasakura. We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Looking for a chance. Checks with a medium. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 is dominating this match. In there! Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Another fight is coming your way.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Easily escapes. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Uses a drive parry against the attack. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 1 has the life lead. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Throw hits. Now the fun begins. Denies the push with a drive reversal. Smart move. Throws them to negate the block. Takes a trip. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. The quarter, they've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Life lead opens up. Smack them with the back fist. KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Dashes forward. Gets the jump in. Risky up-close scrap still going. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. At least one of them is having a good time in that corner. What'll happen here? Escape with a reversal. Adds a bit of OD Bison. Demon Blade kick. This is a turning point. They got burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Amazing. Hadouken chisels them down. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. Hit springs forward with the drive rush. Full SA meters on deck for both. Oh, now that is a punish. Player burn out, but they may have a plan here. Player 2 is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. A jump? Okay, here we go. Impact squashed. All in with a rush. What's next? Breaks it. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Solid anti-air. Connects with the throw. One player is in burnout. The throw is denied. What a read. Time to go for from. They are done. Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. All the throw connects. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Uses this opportunity to really lay into this. Oh! Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. This quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Taking stock. Experiencing burnout. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing.
Round 2.
Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Very slick with the combo. Avalanche Flame uses the gauge for a super art. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Going in, player 1 will look to apply pressure here. All in with a rush. Player 2 is not in a good place health-wise, but with a super snipe. Keeps them out. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Dashes out the gauge right there. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. That amazing never say die attitude got them the win. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. This is it. Who's gonna throw them? Breaks the block with a throw. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Solid anti-air. Connects with the throw. Forward rush. Player 2, the drive rush. Ugh, not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Huge chance after that wall spot. More fuel for the fire. Hook them up. That combo finishes it. Player 2 made all.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Opts for the throw. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Starts with a jumping. Whoa, hold on. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Opt for the super art. They're not wasting any time putting that gauge to use with the super art. Player 1 chases him down. Takes a trip with the super art connect.
How is this round going to develop? They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner.
Jumps in. Drive reversals blocked.
Good job blocking the jump in. Good KO.
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first.
Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Hits him with a vagabond edge. Jumps. There's a change of sides. The drive impact is denied. Their timing was on point there. That perfect parry may lead to something. Jumps in. Player 1 can't use any drive. Hits him with a stop and block. Vagabond and sends him flying. Are we gonna see a cut? Looking to impress with this super. Hits him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. Puts him on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Going in with Devil's Reverse.
Player 1 chases him down. Forward throw to continue the pressure. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Not shy with the grab. Gets the jump in.
The grab misses.
Holds out with the block.
Can't tech the throw. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something.
Feeling out the spacing.
Taps the dome. Tries to catch him out with the arch step. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 has completed the finishes with the throw. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The grab misses.
Just out of range for that throw.
Player 2 chases them down. Will gain control of the match in the early gulp. Drive rush to keep it going. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. A back roll for damage and vital positioning. Forward rush. Comes crashing down on them with some Bushin beat. Reads them from above with the Bushin beat. Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Final round. Who will the clutch anti-air? Crowns him from above. Impact squat. Looking for a good betting it all on the drive rush. Player 1 is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Go out of sight. Player 1, if that's gonna leave him rattled. Plastic hit and the pressure gives. Raw super hard incoming. Carried to the corner. Turning it right up with a super. Still alive? Still alive? Wasn't a sure bet, but the meter management was so on point. Player 1 delivers the upset. That's one for the replays. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Charges forward. Stops the attack by using a drive parry.
Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Trips them up. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge?
Big counter.
Goes for the command grab.
Gets backed into the corner with pressure building.
They are battling it out tooth and nail here, with no one having a clear advantage yet.
Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. from up above. Oh, burnout triggered. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Brushes off the impact. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on.
Springs forward with the drive rush. Dashes. Snacks him with the back kick. Looking for more damage now. Player two will look to a burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. They're not dead. This fight's not over. Opts for Shadow Rise. Jumps up. Connects with the throw. KO. Well, listen. When you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
A new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway.
This is Vicious with the play-by-play. The command grab doesn't make it. You're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Throws him. What's next? Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Takes a trip. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. Target locked and scoop. No escaping that. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Heavy punch sends them flying. Jumps in. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player one needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. What's the next move? Max SA gauges. Untaps the dome. Double lariat and now? Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Burnout activates. And they create an... Oh, burnout triggered. No escaping that. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Throws him down. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. They're really being worked over in the corner. All right, what's coming up next? We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Got a ton of damage out that opening. Can they do it again? Burnout is triggered. Gets the jump in. Are we gonna see a comeback here? KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. A super art? Goes for the super art? What'll happen here? Player two blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Both fighters planning a flawless round. They got him so quick. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last round. It's now or never. Shadow goes for the head crank. Ooh, what a smart play. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Anti-air in the clutch. Crowns him from above. Player one with the rhythm owning that space. Ooh, you draw super art incoming. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales.
substitution with the anti-air. Noticeable life lead is a comeback still possible.
Super Art to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. The big bad here and
That final push at the end paid off in spades. When you have a chance to finish things, you gotta take it.
player one straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation.
On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Good anti-air. All right, what's coming up next?
Does a good job of pushing back. Takes a trip. Grabs him.
With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive music.
The damage, nice.
Sees the combo through and takes the round.
Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it?
Nice double lariat. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Their spacing is so... Oh, burnout triggered. That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive. Player one will need to use their meter here wisely. They're backed up into the... Okay, oh! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Headbutt. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here?
Stirs the soup with the lariat.
Blocks it. Double lariat, and now? Player two
Can't let this killer crowns him from above.
reads the jump in perfectly. Throw is denied. What a read. Knocked him out of the air. Dangerous range here.
Lariat claw. Reach out and hug him.
Player two is on the brink of disaster. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible?
Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? Carried to the corner. This may be bad news. I called it! I called it!
The super hit.
It's gonna be enough to kill. You need guts to pull that off. That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in the fight.
Now, find a new rival.
HP maxed. Side quests done. And the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Charges in with authority. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance.
Throws them to negate the block. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Throws them. What's next? Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Let's off a Yoga Fire. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Can they stop this? Goes for the head press. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. That is looking to impress with this super. The unlimited cycle crusher. Free history lesson. This move always hurts. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 will look to apply pressure. This can lead to some big damage. Slight lead is there, but still anyone's game. Hold your breath. Yoga floats to mess with their head. What are they gonna do? This is gonna hurt. Yoga and Inferno to set this fight alight. Both sides getting ready. Gets the corner switch. It might burn out, but they may have a plan here. Flatline zone. Player 1 faced the...
Here comes a new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Opts for the throw. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Throws him down. Side. Now they're on the defensive. Player 1 has the life lead. Decides to go in with the target combo. Goes for the throw. What's the play here? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Akuma's going in. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Devil's reverse. Big counter. Knacks him with the back. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Back fist combo hits and we got trouble coming. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Experiencing burnout. Player uses the gauge for a super arm. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. The drive parry was successful. Even though there's a significant life gap, with a full drive gauge to play with, it's still anybody's round. Very solid corner switch. Throws him. What's next? Takes a trip. In a dire situation. Gets him. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Shadow Rock goes for the head. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Hits him with a double deep. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. At least one of them is having a good time in that. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Both fighters planning something? Gotta be careful, drive rush to keep it going. Player one needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Flatline zone. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
Who's going to steal this and eat it? Attempts to break this. This could lead to some big damage. Looking for a good forward run. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Okay, here we go. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Both absolute. Oh my, the throw tech. Nice fireball. This may turn into a big chance. Presses forward with the scissor kick. Nothing stops this train. Player two can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Ooh, you never know what can happen here.
Demon Rain time!
What's next?
Demon Blade Kick!
Can they cook?
No hesitation or regret! Hits him with that NSFW!
I don't know if this is enough to kill.
They are done!
Player one!
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Opts for the throw. Will the drive parry here open things up for him? Player two has them legit shook in the corner. Backs them into the corner. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Throws them to negate the block. Oh, smart choice to use that attack to do chip damage and get the KO to take the round. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now?
Ooh, lands a rising uppercut.
Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Perfect input. Not letting up. A super art? That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. Jump? What'll happen here? Are we gonna see a comeback? Uses the gauge for a super art.
The big bad's here and ready to give you the business.
That final push at the end paid off in spades. When you have a chance to finish things, you gotta take it.
Vega wins.
Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Tap the dome. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Takes a trip. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Does a good job of pushing back. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Both fighters planning something? This is a huge chance to make them feel it. Player two can't afford. Oh, burnout triggered. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Denies the jump in. Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. The quarter makes tap the dome. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Both sides are looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Great drive rush to keep it going. Perfect input. Not letting up. Oh, burnout triggered. Flash knuckle. A quick breather. Player one holding on to that corner finds the target. Oh no, they're are stunned.
Back fist combo hit, and we got trouble coming. Cashes out the cage right there.
Wait, what?
Are they actually dead?
That amazing never say die attitude got them the win. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Who's going to steal this win? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Perfect input, not letting up. Okay, perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 1 crowns him from above. Player 1 turns out. Both sides getting ready. Player 2 has a full drive raw super hard incoming. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Back fist hit and the pressure builds. What are they gonna do?
I called it! I called it!
What were they thinking? Player 1 can't use any drive moves. They were sitting on their beers for this super art.
Oh, they saw that they had this!
Are you kidding me? Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Denies that throw attempt. Drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Opts for the throw. Parries the attack and they're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. No more drive gauge. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Life lead opens up. Very solid corner switch. Takes a trip. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Scrapping it out up close. The kick hits! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital.
Back fist combo hit, and we
Drive rush to keep it going. Springs forward with the drive rush.
knee press 90 hit.
Player 1 can build off this lead. Oh, they're in the corner now. No one got him up against the wall, and the stun is there.
Lighting up the skies, but probably don't know why.
Player 2 might have just shifted this round into high gear. Rush. Both fighters planning the reversal. Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. Player 2 in there. Player 2 made all the right moves. And this experience is only gonna make them stronger. Throws them to negate the block. Stops the attack by using a drive kick. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Still slugging it out here. All right. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. The throw misses. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Knockdown. Player 2 is maintaining it, adds a little super juice to get some. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. The jump in is denied. Just out of range for that throw. Throws them to negate the block. All right, what's coming up next? Jumps in. Double knee press. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important.
Snacks him with the back fist.
Springs forward with the drive rush. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Oh, says no to the impact. A parry? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. A burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Is this gonna kill? And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last round. It's now or never. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Drive rush. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player 2 not going anywhere. What are they gonna do? Going in. Keeps him out. Here comes the corner pressure. The throw doesn't connect. Breaks it. There's a burnout.
Take to the side.
Checking with the butt. Absolutely relentless. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Fakes out the low kick. Sets up with the jump in. Oh, drive right. Opens them right up. Player 2 made all the right moves. And this experience is only gonna make them stronger.
Training room.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top? Starts with the jumping. Still slugging it out here. The throw is escaped. Oh! Drive rush. Gets in their face. What are they thinking here? Goes for the throw. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Player 2 is maintaining the court, heats it up with a combo into super. Well aware of the life in meters. Really good decision making. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Who's going to start things off? Gets carried to the corner. Player 2 drops below on gauge stop, but a good call to take that round. Grabs and throws him away. Goes with an experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Perfect KO. They were in full control there. Player 2 proved to be the victor in that mirror match. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Will we see our fighters fill each other out, or just let it fly in this opening round? Deal some damage with that quick combo. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Throws air to air to deny them a chance. Takes a trip. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Drive rush. Gets in their face.
Knockdown. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Throws them to negate the block. All right, drive rush to keep it going. In a dire situation, they can't afford KO.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Springs forward with a drive rush. Surprises them with a drive rush. Takes them all the way to the corner with that.
Both fighters planning something? This is the grab.
Still slugging it out at this range. Drive rush to keep it going. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon.
Somehow manages to block the jump in. Bison turning it right up with the super. Giving up the boost.
Kept their composure and
Pulled out the combo at just the right time. Player 2 survived that tense mirror match.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. All right, first round. What's going to happen? The combo's there. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this match will turn out. Decides to go in with the target combo. All right. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Forward throw. Not letting them out of the corner. Knockdown. Nice tag. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes.
Snacks him with the back.
Springs forward with the drive rush. Somehow pushes back. Drive threads it cleanly.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Immediate something. Back this combo hits, we got trouble coming.
Check with a medium kick. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon.
Nails the overdrive arrow kick.
Going in.
Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here.
Goes for the jump in.
Burnout activates. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Just goes for it at this range. Is this gonna kill? It doesn't kill. They're still in this. A real test of nerves here. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center stage. A lot of pressure crowns them from above. Ashes out the cage right there.